Hi everyone, my name is Sofia Caparuso, and I am the club president of the Pura Vida Club, and our club moderator is Mrs. Soriero. These are our current environmental stewards, and we hope to see many more of you at our next meetings. Our mission statement. The Pura Vida Club strives to create tangible change in the SFP community that will make it a more sustainable environment through education, awareness, and mitigation using action-based projects. Today we'd like to talk about environmental awareness. The top environmental issues that plague NYC are sustainable energy, transportation, water quality, and food waste. As scary as these issues may seem, there are local solutions we can all be inspired by. For instance, New York City cool roofs.
New York City, all the buildings are blacktop, so it absorbs a lot of heat and it gives off a lot of heat in the nighttime when it should usually be cooler. So people use a lot of their air conditioning. New York City Cruise is a program to reduce the heat around New York City by painting the roofs with a reflective coating. The white silicone reflects the sun, and so the temperature actually drops inside of the building. We're trying to reduce the air pollution, deaths from heat exhaustion, and also the energy that we use in our buildings.
New York City is moving towards more sustainable transportation methods.
And what's happening in Times Square, what's happening with the bike network being expanded, what's happening with more block parties and street closures, giving people a taste of what their lives could be like every day of the year if our streets were simply designed and apportioned for the majority. The big question is, will this continue? Will we see this continued reclamation of New York City streets? I think that the cat's out of the bag. I don't think we're going to go back to the days when it was all car all the time. The only question in my mind is how quickly this is going to happen and if the streets are going to be reclaimed soon enough to really, I think, stem a lot of the environmental problems that we're seeing.
The Bronx River Alliance is restoring the Bronx River.
2 centuries ago, the Bronx River went from a flourishing and beautiful resource to a contaminated conduit for industrial and residential waste. In 1974, a small group of community activists formed the Bronx River Restoration Group and began the process of cleaning up and restoring the river. Over time, their effort gained strength, and in 1997, Partnerships for Parks convened the Bronx River Working Group and brought together more than 60 community organizations, public agencies, and businesses committed to reclaiming the river and improving access to it throughout the Bronx.
And food waste is being mitigated by turning it into compost.
There are many options to compost your food scraps in New York City, one of them being food scrap drop-off sites. And participating is easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Store it. Collect the food scraps after every meal in a container. Store the container on your kitchen counter, in your freezer, or out on your balcony. Step 2. Bring it. Once you've saved enough food scraps, bring it to your local food scrap drop-off. For locations and times, go to on.nyc.gov/dropfoodwaste. And step 3, drop it. At the food scrap drop-off site, empty your container into the designated receptacle. Each site is staffed by a knowledgeable associate who can answer any of your compost questions. By participating in the food scrap drop-off program, you are reducing your household waste and creating a viable resource to rebuild New York City soils.
Want to be more involved in this cause? The Pura Vida Club meets Wednesdays at 5 to 6 p.m. Our Google Classroom code is KIUWPHU. We will be engaging in projects throughout the year to make SFP more sustainable, and we hope to see you there.